There are about 20 teachers in this rehearsal studio at the La Jolla Playhouse. The half facing the back of the room are drawing, and the rest can see a picture projected onto a screen at the front of the room. Terry Miller is doing her best to describe what she sees so her partner can sketch a replica of what looks like the remnants of a mining operation.
The right side of the structure is some more rocky, grassy area.
After a few minutes of drawing, Marva Capello, a San Diego State professor leading the class, tells those drawing to turn around and see the image they've been trying to reproduce.
And remember, the big instructional shift with Common Core is to have you keep referring back to the text for evidence.
The Common Core is a new set of voluntary national curriculum standards for public schools. California is joining 44 other states and Washington, D.C. in adopting the math and language arts guidelines. Capello says the language standards, which focus on building reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills, include higher order skills too.
These standards are different in that there's a focus on critical thinking and problem solving that really wasn't in the content standards before. They were really content focused. There are a few instructional shifts that we help teachers come to terms with.
Before it's time to go back to class, educators from across San Diego County spent a week with local cultural institutions like the La Jolla Playhouse, learning about how they can incorporate the arts into their normal reading curriculum.
So you'll have a little additional drawing time.
Capello's drawing exercise is one small part of the week-long seminar, which she developed with a group called CARE. In addition to the Playhouse, the teachers visited the Timken, Mingei, and Photographic Arts Museums in Balboa Park. In another workshop, the teachers are role-playing while they describe different artifacts from the Mingei.
Oh, what is that? You touched that?
I touched it.
Rhonda Sloan is headed back to the classroom as a 4th and 5th grade teacher at Carver Elementary in San Diego. She says she's excited to use methods like this to get kids thinking about what kind of language to use with different people and in different situations.
It has been a wonderful experience. From the standpoint of all my kids can be successful using the strategies, every last one of them, regardless of their labels, regardless of their reading levels or their English language proficiency.
Sloan's colleague, Bill McLean, teaches 4th grade at Carver and sees ways to spread the strategies they're learning beyond his language arts lessons.
A lot of things I think I can use with 4th grade history is California history, and with our science standards that I think will be really engaging for the kids and also just help them understand the content.
Capello says there aren't the same opportunities to be wrong with the kind of arts-focused lessons she's introducing teachers to. For McLean, that means each student can participate in some way, even if the written text for a topic is too advanced for them.
I think they're much more engaged. I think they're much more accountable because each student is being asked to do something that they're able to do. We've taken so much art out of the school that at least we get a little chance to do something artistic or and hands-on, and I think each kid is able to do up to their level what they can do.
Capello says it isn't just about busy work or having fun in class.
Helping students use written language, oral language, along with print and other kind of non-conventional school texts helps them get to a deeper level of understanding. It really enhances comprehension. There's lots of research to back that up.
Getting arts back into more schools has always been the focus of CARE, which is a partnership of the 4 arts institutions hosting this week's seminar. CARE's program manager, Julie Kendig, says they try especially to reach teachers serving low-income communities where arts programs are least likely to have survived.
So not only is there a problem of declining resources for the arts in public education, but we understand that there are several outcomes that happen as a result of having exposure to the arts. Many of those are skills that are important to a 21st century workforce, including critical thinking and collaborative problem solving.
Unlike most teachers at the seminar, Terry Miller is an arts teacher. She teaches theater at San Diego's Pershing Middle School, and she's hoping the Common Core standards will offer a way to protect programs like hers.
Well, I think I've gained ammunition so that when the budget needs to be cut, I can say, hey, my students are writing, my students are speaking, my students are listening, my students are reading, my students deal with subtext and inference, and so it makes it difficult to cut it out.
This fall, Capella will take time away from teaching to study how using visuals in the classroom affects students developing literacy skills. Depending on what her work shows, someday it could be harder to tell arts and reading lessons apart.